The episode that you're about to see is going to be, it's probably the worst episode in Fun Function history. We do a pair programming session where we fail so incredibly bad that it just redefines failing on these things. And to add insult to injury, I also managed to delete the footage of my main camera, the one that you're looking at right now, that is normally the one. So, instead of canceling the episode, because just keep uploading, the show must go on, the creed of a YouTuber, I have bought this plush animal to animal to replace me during the episode. So we'll see how that goes. Good Monday morning. Today we are going to do a pair programming session where we play around with the Twitter API to mine out a lot of replies from tweets, and let's see how it goes. I am MPJ.
And I'm David. I'm here.
And you are watching Fun Function. Today's sponsor is Brilliant, a problem-solving website that teaches you how to think like a computer scientist. If you are interested in computer science fundamentals, binary trees, quicksort,
Big O!
and that kind of stuff, instead of you just passively listening to videos, Brilliant gives you these interactive challenges of increasing difficulty. So using Brilliant is kinda sorta feels like a game. It's very satisfying. Use brilliant.org/funfunction when you sign up. That tells them that you came from here, and it also gives you 20% off the annual subscription if you are one of the first 200 people. So run on over. All this info is also in the episode description.
Okay, it's time for Fika.
Oh my god, already? Awesome. We're gonna do a lot of fikas in this episode. Let me get some bulle.
Did you know that there are both, like, that the Twitter API has, like, different tiers?
What?
Premium and Enterprise.
Are you kidding me? They charge
No.
for it.
Yeah, I guess.
What are the differences? I don't really care.
Well, you do if
it's, yeah, but what we're gonna do can't possibly be. Fuck it. Like, let's instead explain what Fika is.
Actually, I don't know. I don't know what you're aiming for. I guess Fika is just, if you're working at a big Swedish traditional organization, a university, Volvo, IKEA, wherever, you have Fika. Regular coffee breaks, at least one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And the whole purpose with the Fika is, well, I don't know what the purpose is, but the culture of the Fika is that everyone gathers, and during those 15 minutes they have coffee and eat cookies and eat kanelbulle together. And it can often be a pretty strange setting, that you're like, say if you're new at work, you're 10 people just sitting in a big circle, eating coffee and discussing random shit, like what the weather was like, or what you want to do in your summer cottage, or God forbid what your kids were doing this morning and how awful they were, and blah 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 blah. It can be really, really bad. But it's also pretty good to integrate new people into the organization, I guess.
Yeah, it creates like this interesting natural flow, and it also creates like, it forces you out of work mode for a little bit, which is why what we're gonna do, use it for here, because we found that in these pair programming episodes we tend to get a little like in the zone and get a little bit stuck. So what we're gonna do during like our Fika session is to reflect on what we just did since the last Fika, because we're gonna do a lot of them in this episode. We're compressing like a full workday into 1 hour. And then, so we're gonna reflect, and then we are going to muse a little bit, think a little bit about it. And then we are going to plan ahead what we're going to do in the next session until the next Fika. And we're going to work like that and see how that goes.
Yes, so we start by setting a timer for 10 minutes.
So we are going to build something with the Twitter API in 1 hour.
Minus the 5 minutes we just had for Fika.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the Fika is like that is allocated. But we are forced to take the Fika. We're not allowed to work during the Fika, which is an important concept of this because it has this very strong, worker what's it called? Union heritage.
And we think that it will be beneficial for the project, that we will actually accomplish more by working less.
Yeah. Precisely. It's gonna make us more focused. Now, so I had this problem last week. Last week we published the first of the interviews that we did at Nordic.js because I was hosting Nordic.js and we were allowed to set up this interview booth and talk to whatever speakers that we liked. It turned out really well, and I wanted to do more. So what I did was that I did this tweet where I asked, where is it? Who is your favorite speaker that you've watched at a conference in the last 24 months? Please use likes on your replies in this thread if someone has already replied with your favorite. And I got a ton of retweets, a ton of likes, and a lot of comments. And I really don't want to go through this manually because that will make me die. And of course the input is not clean here. Like, people did not follow this this requirement. People often added to. Some of them have likes, and you see here it's like a ton of them, and it's not like it's a lot of text mixed in. Yeah, you get it. Like, we're gonna.
So we're just gonna extract the names, the Twitter
exactly.
names.
Yeah.
And perhaps a counter to say how many times we can start by just trying to extract a list of the names.
All right. Yeah, let's do that.
Keep it simple, stupid.
One step at a time. So that's what we put here. Extract a list of names, or perhaps even further. Can we scope it even further down? Even simpler. Just extract a list of the replies to this tweet. Where do I go in this? Can you give me a link to the documentation so that we can have a look at this?
No.
Twitter,
Google
API,
Twitter. Okay, so here I don't understand. You just go into search tweets.
Like this.
Do whatever. Just click somewhere.
Okay, I'm so annoyed with this space. I have to put something here.
An animated GIF, please. I'm not very much on Twitter. Is that what it's called? A timeline?
A timeline is simply a list or an aggregated stream of tweets. The Twitter API, so it's home, timeline, and usage. This is probably like their equivalent of the newsfeed. Oh, here are those things: standard, premium, and enterprise.
Yeah, and I think premium you can apply as a developer, and then enterprise you have to pay for it, I guess. Can't you just Google how to get...
it's gotta be tweet objects here. What is this?
Tweet object.
Introducing tweet JSON. Hang on. Post, retrieve, and engage with tweets. Returns a fully hydrated tweet objects for up to 100 tweet per request, as specified by comma-separated values passed to the ID parameter. That sounds like what we want, right?
Fika break. Okay, I will go and fetch my my kanelbulle now. Okay, reflection. What have you learned?
All right. We learned a little bit about the Twitter API has called statuses. And there is some premium. The API is fucking tiered. I'm surprised by that. Oh, it made its first quarterly profit in its history this year. Good job.
Yeah. Good job. Finally. So I think perhaps that was when they launched the developer API. The enterprise tier.
Yeah. It's not a completely dumb idea actually to charge for that, because it's actually a genuine value that they provide to probably to people that are willing to pay for it. People are absolutely not willing to pay to publish their content on someone's platform. That's not going to happen.
Okay, timer is set.
Cool. So what is the plan?
The plan is to curl the example request and see what we get.
Just gonna do this example request straight away here. How do you do this? Curl. Is this it? Bad authentication data. Makes sense. We need probably some kind of headers. I'm using a separate profile for protection.
Okay.
So that they don't see all my absolutely fuck shit insane browser history. We're signed in. Apply. Apply for a developer account. Oh, I really hope that this is immediate. Describe in your own words what you are building.
Trying to extract what people thought about my tweet.
My tweet.
It would be great if you just had one tweet.
Must be 300
at
characters.
least.
Oh my god. Oh my god. You have so great. Hang on. I'm sure that nobody does this.
Oh, of course not. Everyone does this. This is why they have the enterprise tier, because they have to pay someone to read all this.
Yeah, good god. Like, why do you do this? Like, who believes that people do this when they're starting to play out with an API? Like, Twitter, really? Like, nobody knows what they are doing when they're... Oh, god.
Click no in the next box. No.
Yeah,
No
I don't even know what it said. It just...
Agree.
Yes.
I'm the navigator. Agree.
Yes.
Click yes.
I agree. By clicking this box, you indicate that you have read and agree. But I can't click the box. I'm trying to click the box.
You have to scroll down to the bottom.
Oh my god.
It's idiot proof.
Okay, now can I click the box? Yes. Oh god.
Unsubscribe. No.
No. Fuck. Oh god, no. No. This is your fault. You told me to click the boxes.
Yes, I did.
I will forward all their spam
Thank
to
you.
you. Okay.
Yes, and then I will forward them back. No. And then we'll have a small infinite loop of forwarding.
Application under review. Thanks, we've received your application and we are reviewing it. We'll be in touch soon. Are you kidding me? No, I clicked apply. So you literally don't get a API key immediately for their fucking bullshit API. Twitter, really? But hang on. I have an old app here with geeks and tokens.
Use it.
Brilliant. This is going straight to. So how do we use this to access stuff? OAuth with the Twitter API, but we don't want that. I want can you just do the... we really don't want to create an entire authentication flow. Usually, an API worth its salt has some kind of service key. Access token and access token secret create.
I think you can just make a header that says authorization, and then you add bearer and then your key.
So it's like bearer.
Bearer.
And
yeah.
Invalid or expired token. Let's try to paste in all the tokens.
Perhaps should we... Okay, this was my first guess. Perhaps this is not right.
Oh, I'm gonna just Google it. Twitter, bearer. Oh, we need to get a bearer token first.
Fika break. I'm back.
Thank God for Fika. That was so boring. I really hate mining and figuring out how APIs work.
It's the same thing for each pair programming video. We always get stuck here.
But I mean, when it comes down to it, this is development. No, hang on. We have to say what happened.
Oh yeah, what happened?
Yeah, what happened? We
ran into problems because it said that we weren't signed in or something.
Exactly. So we did
which is okay because we weren't.
No, and we tried to find some kind of service key for usually I'm used to the Google APIs just having a just JSON dump that you can just shove in and then you get access. But for Twitter, we found out that you have to use your your client key token and secret stuff, and then get a token and then use that one.
Okay, so the next step is to use our secret or something to get the bearer token, and then we can use the bearer token to do what we want to do, right?
Super annoying that this API isn't public.
Sorry?
I mean, why can't they just expose getting tweets by JSON? That would be so, like, that wouldn't hurt them one bit.
Yeah, and they could just limit it somehow that you can only do like, I don't know, 10 requests per hour or something, just to get people started. I don't know.
I mean, if I wanted to be, like, I would just scrape their HTML. Just give me the not developer friendly. But then again, like, this show is like 25% me complaining about how other people should have solved my problems.
I'm sure they have their reasons.
When it comes down to it, it doesn't really matter. It's our job as developers to, like, okay, we have a problem, and then we're like, it's our job to slam our heads against it until it is solved.
So should we get back to work?
Oh god, we have to encode this shit.
No.
There has to be an npm module for this. npm, really? Yes, dude, this is what we're gonna use. We should have used this from the start.
No, I don't agree. We shouldn't have started by just our project by like, oh, is there an npm module for this? I think we did it in the right way.
Yeah, that's true. Like, because we have gotten stuck multiple times with that, like, and then found an npm module that was way too complicated, and you're absolutely right. Stuff.js. I'm so good at naming.
So just a small shout out, if you're here and think that we will succeed with this, go to some other channel, like, I don't know, Wes Boss or The Coding Train or Traverse Media or not Dev Tips. We're running Dev Tips now. Won't succeed with anything. Go somewhere else and never come back. We won't find. We will never finish this.
This channel is not about success. This channel is about failure.
Yes.
I just blindly copied the entire, like, the first code block I found on the npm module because it kind of looked like intuitively what we needed. Like, it has this Twitter, the crate, and then it does this client, and then we stuff in all the secret shit. Cool. And then paste, and these things, I suppose. God, so much of development is just copy-pasting things from a location to another location.
This is also the best type of content. Like, tuning in every week and seeing these two guys, like, installing the same things in Visual Studio Code again and again and again, over and over and over.
What are they called? Like, the the children's show with the 3 weird space animals in suits that they go la 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 la. The thing with Telepatop is that it constantly repeats all the time because small children like repetition. And developers also do that as well, I think. That is why
developers are also small children.
Is it installed? There we go. All right. Yes, bam.
Yes,
Shit,
yes, boom.
It worked. Statuses.
Statuses and then something.
I have lost this.
Just back up there in that browser window. Go back.
In this one. Oh yeah, good.
Yeah.
Back. They like repetition, dude. Get status show idea is used to retrieve a single tweet object. Do you see how much Falcon sight I had? Like, I just saw that immediately.
Yeah.
That is just API ghetto voodoo. Let me grab this here. This, boom. Oh, we got it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Though,
and then what does it have in entities? I suspect it's entities that has the good stuff. What? You wrote a module?
Yeah, I wrote a module. It's called something like Sniff. Super Sniff.
Okay, I don't know what you're doing right now.
No. So what this does is that, like, this tweets thing, like, this is really hard to read in this thing, so I just want to write it to a file. And that is what I'm using this for. So I'm just going to call it API output.json, which happens to be a really good name, actually. And then I'm going to just dump tweets in here. Just
happens to be a good name that you came up with.
Yeah, exactly.
I saw API out.
Look,
yeah, oh, nice, nice.
Do you see how nice this is?
Yeah. It says search or documentation, top left. Can we search for that? Replies.
Direct messages. This is the worst search result. Search, standard search API. In reply to status ID.
Can we get a list of all tweets that were in reply to that ID then?
I'm gonna Google it. Twitter API replies to tweet.
30 seconds before it's time for coffee and kanelbulle.
Thank God. Get replies from a given tweet with Twitch's search API. Do not watch this video. Watch this video instead.
We're done. Oh,
Okay. What did we do? What did we manage to do since the last Fika?
get API up and running with the keys and stuff.
Yeah, we did. So it actually sort of we actually now have some output, and we also use my awesome library SuperSniff, which basically is just a thing to write JSON to files.
Okay, I will set a timer now. Let's get back to work.
Okay. So what's the plan now? Okay, we want to find out. We want to get the replies of this tweet, because we managed to access the endpoint, but the like just grabbing the tweet doesn't work, because that doesn't give you the replies, because the data architecture of Twitter is, when you think of it, insane.
No, but when you think of it, it's like a relational database. Like,
no, that's exactly how it's not.
No, but it is. So for that tweet, like, it makes more sense that other new tweets added to the database. Okay, so we should be done now, but let's give it a few more. Stop.
Yes. Okay.
No, but it makes sense, because think about the database thing.
Yeah.
If you have a database and you have a row or an object in the database,
yes,
it doesn't make sense that once you get like a viral retweet storm, that you have to update that original object each and every time with a new item in an array.
Makes a lot of sense. That would be, like, from a distributed standpoint, that is actually horrible.
Twitter, we still think you should be like Google, but in this particular case, you did something that we sort of can understand.
You can use the search API for the @username of the author. Go through the results looking for the in reply to status ID to compare the IDs. But I have like a hojillion kabillion replies. Using the API's search method query the following @username, since ID, tweet ID, and retrieve all tweets since tweet ID.
Yeah, but if you tweet it afterwards, you would get those as well, right?
Okay, so like this API is like a ludicrous pile of shite. That we literally have to use like the search to find tweets that are replies to me since the tweet, and then we have to filter out the tweets that are later. So basically this thing will be slower and slower and slower after, like...
You know what we should do?
Give up.
No. Actually, what you said at the start, I think that's the best approach to this. We should just scrape the web and just scroll through, like write a small jQuery hack to just get all the items. I think
that is actually simpler than this garbage.
I think we should have Googled Twitter scraping instead.
Yeah, we should have, because I could not have believed that this API was this atrociously god-awfully dumb. But we are out of time. We are literally out of time. We did not we completely fail in this.
I even failed. I haven't even finished the...
David, this was not our fault. I don't think it was our... Okay, maybe. It was... Okay, David, it wasn't our fault, but it was still our responsibility.
If you're watching this and you work for Twitter as a developer, could you please just ask around, why is this? Why is it so hard? Will enterprise tier solve it? We will get the enterprise tier. We want to just get it in a nice fashion. I would really appreciate to see someone answering why it's like that. It's like when we met YouTube and we had many questions, you and I, Matthias, about why YouTube's API sucked so bad. And they basically said that it was just old infrastructure, that what we wanted to do, like they couldn't do it because it was just so old and they were building new things and it just wasn't possible. Perhaps Twitter is the same, that they just rely on this really, really old crap someone built in PHP 10, 15 years ago. I don't even remember when, 12, 13 years ago, whenever Twitter started. I would like to know the reason, because there is no... It's not logical. And it should be a pretty basic use case, right?
The difference between Google and Twitter here, though, is that Google has a bunch of other products. Like this is literally this is the only thing they do. They have one job.
12 years, no profit.
Yeah, like
Perhaps that's like an indicator of...
They don't deserve any profit. They need to like do actual work and produce actual value in order to get profit. That's why they don't have okay.
I feel that we can... I'm pretty sure that you can clickbait this title because we're so bashing on Twitter.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you should also watch the Jonathan Blow talk where he bashes on Twitter. He talks about how they have an insane amount of engineers and not doing any work. But then...
The next video, I think we should just watch that talk together and just on live stream with all the patrons and everyone.
The thing with that talk is that he also shits on the web companies in general. He just thinks that the web is just atrocious and JavaScript is atrocious.
Then we can shit on him.
That's true. That's true.
Okay, David, I guess...
David, what did we learn? Nothing.
Twitter sucks.
Twitter, like... No, but this could probably be done, I think. Like, we just gotta do that thing with the weird search API thing. It's just weird that you have to do it.
Actually, what we did learn was that we thought that this was we thought that it was a very simple task, that this was just something that would come out of the box of the Twitter API. And I think that was our big mistake. We sort of assumed that this would be logical because I can see it here on your screen. There's get, post, get. Like there's so many things you could do, and we thought that this would be one of the basic things to do.
Because it was the only case that we saw, like it was our case, and of course our case is the most important one. It was fun though. It was fun if you like pain.
Speaking of pain, I feel pain in my stomach. I've eaten too much.
I feel healed by these cinnamon buns. Like they were excellent. I like this new format where I can rationalize eating tons and tons of cinnamon buns. You know what? I even expensed the cinnamon buns as a business expense.
You did what?
David is like the accountant of us too. Like he makes sure that I don't buy crazy stuff like I used to do in my old companies.
Don't you have a video about that when you crashed your old company?
No, I actually don't. I don't talk too much about myself on the show, ironically.
I guess you sort of talk a lot about yourself in private.
Yeah, like I figure that people are interested in code. You know, shall we talk about our sponsor yet again?
Yes, Brilliant.org. Be one of the first 200 people that sign up for the annual subscription. You get 20% off.
Yes.
Brilliant.org/fun function.
It's all in the episode description. You should check them out. They're really, really great. I like them a lot.
Could I have one final request? Can you increase the size of those dogs? Go out of this with a bang? Oh yeah.
Stokes. Aww.
Pretty
Aww.
cute.
Yeah, I like them.
We're not sponsored by Jiffy, but if you work for Jiffy and want to be sponsored?
We're sponsored by dogs. And Brilliant.
Okay, should we do an outro?
You have just watched an episode of Fun Function. We release these every Monday morning, 0800 GMT. But you will forget that. So you can subscribe here by clicking here. Or you can watch another episode right now by clicking here. I am MPJ.
And I'm David.
Until next Monday morning, stay curious.